Proposition 24. Repeal tax relief laws that lower business taxes. Prop 24 seeks to undo three recent tax-cutting measures for businesses. Put simply, it would repeal a law that allowed business owners to average their business gains in some years with their business losses in other years in order to reduce their tax burden overall. And it would repeal legislation that allows multi-state businesses to pay their California taxes based solely on their amount of sales revenue rather than paying taxes on a combination of sales revenue, payroll expenses, and property values. If you have some twisted fascination with business accounting, there are more details available in the voting guide and online, but I'm not going to go into great depth on this because I want to keep it short and because the details of the how are not really as important as understanding that what this law does is make it possible for California business owners to lower their taxes. That's the real issue here. A yes vote takes away the right of businesses to do the things that I described earlier, thus causing them to pay higher taxes, and a no vote preserves a business owner's right to do these things, thus allowing them to pay lower taxes. Here are the arguments from the yes side of Proposition 24 to raise business taxes. They say that the tax cuts they want to repeal don't require the creation or protection of California jobs. They say this proposition would not hurt small businesses. Only the wealthiest 2% of California multi-state businesses would be affected. 87% of the benefits from one tax break go to 0.03% of California corporations. Virtually no small businesses benefit from the tax breaks that Prop 24 would repeal. Then they say that the corporations that oppose Prop 24 pay their CEOs over $8.5 billion. They say that they made over $65 billion in profits last year. And they laid off over 100,000 workers. But Prop 24 can bring in $1.3 billion in taxes from these businesses. They say Prop 24 can keep the legislature from making even deeper cuts in public schools, health care, and public safety. And they say California can't afford these cuts right now. Last year's budget disaster made $30 billion in cuts that resulted in 16,000 teacher layoffs and put 6,500 prisoners back on the streets, but gave $1.7 billion in tax breaks to corporations. This is just a big corporate tax loophole, they say, and now corporations need to pay their fair share. The people who want you to vote no on Prop 24 and keep business taxes lower say that you should do so because Prop 24 could impact 120,000 businesses, cost 140,000 jobs, and stifle job growth. Last year, small business bankruptcies in California rose 81%. They warn small businesses can't survive any more tax increases. They say this will just result in more layoffs and send jobs out of California. As it is, California ranks 48 out of 50 for the worst tax climates for businesses. They say Prop 24 penalizes businesses when they try to expand into California. 23 other states have already updated their tax systems, and California finally did so too, but this will take our state back to an outdated, anti-competitive system as businesses may cut back their planned California operations. 3, this would slow down our economic recovery, leaving fewer long-term revenues for classrooms, public safety, services for seniors, and more. 4, it doesn't guarantee that a single dollar will go to our classrooms, public safety, or other vital programs, and would in fact reduce long-term revenues for these services. And they say that lastly, the people proposing Prop 24 keep talking about saving money, but they won't reduce lavish public pensions. Instead, they raise taxes on everyone else. So I am definitely voting no on Prop 24. Yes, we've heard it over and over again. We need to tax the greedy corporate giants, and they're big and they're rich and they eat little children while their mothers aren't looking. They're just big bag, dirty, greedy, fat cat multi-billion-dollar monsters that just live it up while everyday Californians struggle just to make meatloaf for their families with the discarded beef that they scrape together from some giant corporation's dumpster. Let's be real, California. Most businesses are small businesses, and all businesses are employers. That means that they provide jobs for you and me. Simply taxing the crap out of corporations doesn't magically make everyone richer, or else there would be a 100% tax rate on corporations. Yes, we need to tax the corporations, but believe me, that has been taken care of. When you do business in California, you will be paying plenty. Plenty. More is not better, because when it becomes too costly to do business, businesses lay off workers and leave. That's why I am voting no on Prop 24.